Hello everyone, how is it going? My name is Brandon, and today, well depending on the day you're watching this, on this day that I'm filming this is my birthday. Today I turn 23, the big 2-3. I honestly think it's such a significant change, even though I don't feel any different, but I feel like there is a difference. I don't know, I didn't feel anything when I turned 21, 22. I don't know, I just feel like there are different things that come with being 23, I guess, or expectations and everything like that. But today I'm going to be talking about 23 things I've learned in 23 years. It's really weird saying 23 years as if I've actually lived that long, which I have. So, first off, again, I think being 22 is like different from being 23 is because people graduate, they have careers, they have a whole life ahead of them after they graduate college and everything like that, which brings me to number one. It's okay to be where you're at, whether in life, at different stages, where if you don't have a job by the time you're either 23, a career, you're, still living at home with your parents, or you're just not there yet, and that's totally okay. You don't have to follow what society or certain people think of you. Just don't be lazy and just, sit on your ass all day. I mean, you can do that, but what I'm trying to say is it's okay not to be doing what other people are already doing. Everything will be fine. You'll get there. Time flies by so quickly. I honestly can't believe that I'm actually 23. I remember when I was like 18, going to my first year in college, being a freshman in Kansas, and just remembering all that and turning 21, my 21st party, going to a club and drinking. It's just, time flies by so quickly. For number three is be on time. Sometimes circumstances will change things and you're not going to always be on time. But, at least try to leave earlier. It's always polite. You don't want to keep people waiting. It's also stressful on yourself as well, getting there, like, job interviews or meeting, anywhere. Just try to be on time. Number four is to live like a kid. Sometimes. If you really think about it, most of the best memories that you make are those as a kid. All those fun times, being creative and imaginative. I feel, though, as if we grow older, we kind of lose that creative spark, that energy and everything. Sometimes it's just one of those days that you just gotta live your life as a kid, and that's okay. One of the most important things I learned this year is sometimes you just gotta let things go. Just let it go. Sometimes it's just your feelings, sometimes it's just people, certain things and objects. It's really important so that we can either grow or change as a person, as a better person. Honestly, one of the most crucial things that I have learned over the course of my life is to have a good amount of sleep. I cannot say this enough, how sleep is so important. And I know you're all like, oh, I can relate, I'm a night owl. Like, honestly, I will go to bed sometimes around like 3 a.m. to 5 a.m. just because, and I wake up super tired the next day, not productive, and it just ruins everything, and also not just ruins your health, your physical health emotionally, but also people as well. You're not interacting with them as much or living out your life as you're supposed to just because you're so fucking tired. Don't be afraid to speak up. I think we learned a lot about, this past year about speaking up. It's good to share your thoughts and opinions, and sometimes it needs to be heard, which also brings to my next point. Learn to listen. As well as speaking up for yourself, voicing your thoughts and opinions, listening to others will help you learn new things as well as gain new insight. Sometimes people just don't want to listen because they're so prideful or they're just ignorant. And sometimes you just gotta not and just like take a step back down and listen to what other people have to say. Think before you speak. I honestly cannot say how many times that I have ignored this and just spoken without even thinking, and sometimes I've hurt myself, I've hurt other people, and it's just always best to just stop, think what you're about to say, before you actually say it. Cannot tell you how many times so many things I've said I've regretted so much. Drink lots of water, because water is life. This isn't water though, this is aloe vera, not sponsored. Take time for yourself. Not on the aspect of like health style and lifestyle and whatnot, but just time for your mental well-being and just something that will put you in a positive light and mood. I always found this to be really calming to me, like hikes, whether it be reading a book, going to the beach, whatever, whatever fits your mood to the keen of just quietness. I think it really helps a lot. And sometimes it's just good to spend time by yourself and not being with other people because you can think more clearly without the influence or the thoughts of others around you. Help other people. Help others. Like, literally, it's super easy to help other people. If you see someone just needing help, Be the first person to do it. Don't just wait and sit around and, wait for other people to see what they're gonna do, engage their reaction. It feels so good just to help, other people. Just don't stand and watch. Don't be that person. One of the most important things that I've also learned over the course of my life is self-love, learning to love myself rather slowly. We all have a lot of insecurities. I do, you do, everybody. Everybody has some insecurity that, they really hate, but slowly, I'm learning to love a little bit of myself in different aspects. And sometimes it's okay to let others help you love yourself as a person. It's okay to let it out. Let it all out. Sometimes you just gotta let the anger, the sadness, just whatever is inside you. Don't keep it bottled up. Talk to someone if you need to. It doesn't have to be everything, not even the context of it, but just some sentence, some form. It's better to let it out than keep it all in. Don't count on other people on being there for you. Literally. I've learned it such the hard way this year. And, sometimes you just gotta count on yourself. Don't count on other people. Don't count on them to do things for you, to be there for you sometimes. Because sometimes you is all you got. You're the one holding yourself up. But if you need to, sometimes it's okay to ask for help. Talk to strangers. I honestly think that, people are always on their phones or whatever and just passing each other on the street. You could find your soulmate or your best friend. I mean, it's a big fucking world. And we're like one in like trillions of people. Each individual so unique and just, different history. Even if the other person, when you're making small talk, doesn't want to, at least, you're the one who actually started it and it's actually making the effort. The next one, I think, what I learned is traveling. Travel, travel, travel. You don't have to travel like to a different country. It could literally be outside of your town, in your city, someplace you haven't been. I've learned so much this past year of just traveling. I wanted to travel, to Europe, some exotic place, some foreign place, but I couldn't. But I was actually given, the privilege and the opportunity to have traveled to different places in the States. And I've actually learned so much as a person. One of the, probably the most important things that I've learned is actually embracing who I am, my culture, my ethnicity. Growing up though, I was actually blessed to be homeschooled and actually, grow up as my family. We just have a tighter, family bond. Growing up, we appreciate certain values and traditions. I literally appreciate the time that we had together. Literally, because later in life, in college, I was actually questioning myself as an individual, but just accepting, certain like racist remarks or slurs or comments, just so that, it could be funny, I could be funny, or I could fit in. If you're asking me now, I love myself. I love my culture. I love everything about it. I love the food. I love the people. I just love the certain traditions and the values. Be proud of who you are. It's great. So one of the hardest things to learn, and still learn, is to forgive. Sometimes, I think, it can be very hard, but honestly, it's just so tiring and just so much. It's not really important or significant to just hold that with you. Yes, it'll take time, it'll take however long it'll take, but at some point, the best way to let it go is to forgive. Be fearless, be brave. There are different elements and aspects to this. Take it as you will. Keep an open mind. You can learn so much and gather so much information and other insights and knowledge just from keeping an open mind. There'll always be someone smarter than you, someone better than you, but don't let that deter you, from, gaining that insight or that knowledge that they have that, that you could find useful in your life later. Clean your motherfucking room. Your mom's not gonna clean up after you later in life, so you're gonna have to do it, and the best place to start, I figured, is your room. Because honestly, your room is like your sanctuary, your private place. Like, literally, the most personal place of your whole house is your room. It's like, literally your living space, so take care of it. Last and not least, love is perhaps one of the biggest and hardest things to do. But imagine if everyone, at least learned to let in a little love or learn to love themselves, then honestly, we wouldn't have so much hate in the world. But here's to hoping, sometime in the future I find love myself. So, and that is 23 things that I wanted to share with you guys that I have personally learned, in the past 23 years. Unbelievable. I'm literally halfway to being 46. I can't even right now. I'm still growing. I still have so much to learn, from everybody, from myself, from other people, everything and everyone. Here's to hoping that this is another great year. Hopefully I'll make it to 24. I'm so old, I can't even right now. Thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a big thumbs up if you guys liked it. Yeah, I will see you guys all soon with the new video.